Guys, and we are back. Today's review, obviously as the description title thing down below says, it is that of the Kelpie by EHpro and Vaping with Vic. What we're going to do is going to head down, have a look around the box, what's in the box, everything else, then head back up top after I've thrown a build on there, discuss it, everything else. So yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, so what we've got is obviously EHpro at the top. We've got a window which you can not really see into it. Kelpie, a Vaping with Vic project. This product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance, which as you buy it, it's not got nicotine in it. So again, one of them. On the side, we do have EHpro's website with the barcode on the top. EHpro again. On the other side, EHpro's social media, Facebook, Instagram, scratch and sniff with a security and art lot. On the bottom, Kelpie, a Vaping with Vic project. On the back, you just got like the caution stuff, nothing really going on. Yes, it is like a budget box, but that's EHpro's way of keeping the price down and everything else. Personally, on the packaging, and I know not many people are bothered by the packaging, but obviously on this side they've got the EHpro official social media links, if you like. I'd have preferred on this side if they'd have had Vaping with Vic's social medias, whether it's his Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so forth, YouTube link maybe. So we get into the box. Obviously, as you can see, it is a plastic clear window, so you can see into it, but you can't really see into it. In the top, you do get a straight glass, which the straight glass, if you have it on, obviously I've swapped mine up for the bubble glass, if I can get it out. It's not going to let me get it out. But yeah, the straight glass is a 2mm, well, it holds 2mm. Then we have the tank, which we'll have a look at in a second, so we'll put that to one side. You do get a box within a box. In here is basically the accessories, if you like, but obviously being a small box, everything is packed tight in there. So you do get a bag of, I'd say, Muji cotton, which we all know Vaping with Vic uses, and in the second bag we do get the dreaded blue handle screwdriver, 2 coils, O-rings and a few screws. And then underneath the felt, if you like, we do get a manual which is in English, which is just the right size for the box to get stuck. Obviously it's just a quick and simple manual, basically telling you how to fill it and everything, which we're going to go over anyway. You do get a warranty card. Oh, it's not a warranty card, sorry, it's a certificate of authenticity and all that jazz going on. Basically a QC pass, which again I'm seeing more popular with these. They're actually printed on. I'll hold that close to the camera. They're printed on, they're not stamped on, which is a bit of a piss take, if you like. And then obviously you get your warranty card right at the bottom. For some reason this won't come out, so I assume it's just all part of the box. Now we'll have a look at the tank. First things first, sorry for the shaky camera. The drip tip, I'll zoom in a little bit on this. The drip tip is absolutely one of a kind per tank. So no tank is going to be the same. It's not going to have the same drip tip. And if the camera's picking up, it's got like a glitter effect in the black, which is quite nice. It is quite a nice drip tip. So then we'll have a look at the actual tank itself. As a whole, it's 25mm wide, so 25mm this way, and the height is 32mm, and that's not including the 510 or the drip tip. We'll zoom out a bit more because that's a bit close. Obviously it is a top fill. Now we're going to go into this up top. Obviously I'm going to have to zoom back in. On the top ring, you see where it says Kelpie with an arrow. You just push that and it slides open for your kidney port. Just like that, simple as that. Obviously 510, this is number 334. It is designed, trying to get the lights on this so you can see it, designed by Vaping with Vic EHpro, Cheeky Elephants, and of course Vic's favourite phrase that he always uses, don't vape in a bin, which is just there. So to open this, zoom out a bit, just literally grab the top, hold the bottom, twist. I'll have a look at the deck in a second. The glass, easy to change, which again we're going to go over when we come back up the top. But that is the 3.5ml bubble glass on it. The chimney, now everyone has pronounced this different from what I've seen on social media. It's a chimney, it's a chimney, it's everything else. It's part of the design. Obviously on the barrel, and I do apologise for zooming in and out, but you can see the Kelpie symbol, which is a castle and a horse, which is a animal in Scotland, or a creature in Scotland. If you've watched the reviews, you'll know what it is. I'm not going to go into all that. We're not here to find out what animals are what. I thought the animal for Scotland was a unicorn, so I don't know why there's not a unicorn on this, but hey ho, that's just my opinion. Now we look at the deck, which is the centerpiece, if you like. It does have 30 mini holes. I don't know if the light's going to pick it up. I'll zoom in a bit more so you can see it. It does have 30 air holes. Obviously the middle row being just there is slightly smaller than the outer. So you've got, what is it, one, two, yeah, you've got two rows on the side and then one in the middle. The middle row is slightly smaller. Obviously it's a single coil, but you can do, now if you're not used to it, you can go leg in either, or you can go leg or leg, depending on which way you've wound your coil. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack open a coil. So let's zoom out a little bit. Obviously going to use the Chris Grimes coils because they are simply outstanding, and I do recommend people to get Chris Grimes coils. But what we're going to do now is cue the music, and we're going to put a build on. Now before we cue the music, obviously I'm going to put it on top of the G-Class. I do want to go over something really quickly, which I was going to wait till we go at top, but while you're looking at the deck, you've probably noticed it already. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I've done. Now these do come with a Phillips or a star head screw in the top. What I've done straight away out of the box, because it's nothing against Vic, it's nothing against EHpro, it's nothing against designers in general. I don't like Phillips screws and I don't like flathead screws. So I've literally put in, as you can see, hex screws, which are a M2.5 times 4mm. You can get them on eBay and other reliable sources for about £2.50 to £3 for a pack of 50. But there we go. Obviously I can't put the link in for the calls, and I can't put a link into where to buy this from because YouTube are absolute morons. But what we're going to do now is cue the music, and I'm going to throw a build on.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. just on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes down to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when
And there you have it. And I do apologise for my hand. I have got big hands for taking over. I do want to quickly add in, because I didn't add in when we were talking about it earlier. Airflow is on both sides. So whatever you adjust on one side, so if I dial it down halfway, it's going to be the same on the other side. So I know quite a big airflows, but because of the style of the deck, it is actually quite restricted. So all we're going to do now is head up top, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So I'll see you in a sec. And we are back up top. So first things first, let's have a vape. As you can tell, it gives off loads and loads and loads of vapor production. That's a mixture between the tank and Chris Grimes' coil. What do I think of it? Well, I try not watch other people's reviews, just in case I'm going to review that product or so forth, so I'm not brainwashed by their opinions. Obviously, it was a last minute thing at Vapor Expo, which is what, just over a week ago. So it was a last minute thing. I went and got one, kept it quiet. Obviously, I know everyone was going to go and get one, do the review. People got the black. To be fair, I did want the black, but I got the stainless steel because stainless steel is the better version for doing reviews. You can see all the markings on it from the machining and stuff like that. Whereas black, you can cover it up by putting the coating over the top. So what do I think of it? First things first, the drip tip. Fantastic. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that drip tip is absolutely one of a kind. And as I said down below, each drip tip is different to every tank, so no one will have the same drip tip. Vapor production is a lot. As I said, that's a mix between the tank and a mix between Chris Grimes' coil. Flavour, I'm not going to compare it to other RTAs because they're not being reviewed. This is being reviewed. Flavour is absolutely spot on. There's a slight restriction on the draw. Obviously, that's going to be there with the deck. I think that's what Vic was going for. I did watch a few videos of Vic plus his presentation video. So as soon as I saw the presentation video, I knew how to get one, but as I said, I wanted to keep it quiet. Building on it, I'm not comparing, I'm just going to say the building is similar to the FP, with the whole way you can have the legs opposite or together type of thing. So to me that's a bonus, because if you're a new-ish builder, not vapor, a newish builder, then obviously you'll know how to put the coils in properly. So the pros of it is flavour is great, vapor production is great, the way it delivers everything is just so smooth, is great, even with the airport wide open, as you can see, which is how I run it. I have dialed it down a little bit sometimes, but vapor production and everything else, great. Now for the cons. Grub screws, I've heard so many stories that they strip this and everything else. The grub screws are in the packaging. As soon as it came, I took the grub screws out and put Allen screws in, or hex screws as they're known as. I put them straight in. I already had some. Obviously, I do buy quite a few of them off eBay at a time. I think it's like 50 or 150 or whatever for, as I said, £3.50 or something like that. So strip them out, took the screws out, put the hex screws back in. That's just my personal preference. Now, I haven't had the original ones strip on me, so I can't pass comment on that, but I have heard on many occasions, whether it's reviewers or people on social media, Twitter, Facebook and so forth, that the screws do strip, like the actual heads strip. So for me, I'm going to have to put that as a con. The O-rings, I've had to change the O-rings to different O-rings from the ones that came on it and the ones that came in the packaging. I've put different O-rings on because I was getting a slight leakage just over the top of the airflow where the O-ring meets the glass to seal it. Now the bottom O-ring on mine, I'm not saying it is how it is on all of them, but on mine the O-ring doesn't actually seal properly. It's a bit loose. But I've changed both O-rings. But again, this could be just my tank. I'm not saying it's everyone else's tank, but it's just mine. The fill port. Now, as I said, other people have said theirs is quite loose. Now, mine is actually, there's a bit of pressure on there. It is a bit. But again, I've had to play around with the underneath. There's like a white silicone piece, if you like, that makes this seal. Mine moved and actually went into the fill port hole, so when you opened it, only opened halfway. So I had to play around with that and push it back up and everything else. So I'm going to have to say that's a con, because I can only tell you what I've got in front of me. But overall, it is a great RTA, greatly priced. It's priced up at £30 or $29.99 from Empire Vape Co and Nature Vape. They do have them in stock. They do have them in silver, well, stainless steel, and they do have them in black. So go and hit them two up. Bubble glass, you can get extra bubble glasses from Nature Vape website. As soon as you put in on the search bar Kelpie, it will say on the bottom right hand side bubble glass. I think it's like £2.49 for an extra bubble glass in case you break it. But all in all, it's a great RTA. But I do have to stress, with the O-rings, they were the biggest con for me, biggest flaw for me, so that's just my opinion. But overall, and I'm not a tank wanker, I prefer my drippers, but all in all, the flavour of this is fantastic. I've had this testing for well over a week, used it every single day, different juices. Obviously you saw down below I'm using Riot Squad. We all know how sweet they are as well. I know exactly what I'm getting with that flavour, so to try the tank, I use that flavour and it literally hits every single note of that juice. So all in all, Vaping with Victor Mullin, you have done a great job on this RTA. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass or anything like that. I'm saying it how it is. I'm always honest, and that's why I've give pros and cons to it. But yeah, if you like what you've seen, you know what to do. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe and all that lot. But yeah, I've been TVD. Till the next one, take it easy.